Okay, there we go. Sarah, if you don't mind watching the chat for me, that would be great. All right, like I was saying, Sarah and I have been, really excited to host this call for you guys tonight and just be able to share everything that we've been doing and why we're so passionate about what we're doing and hope to inspire everybody who is coming on and listening. And maybe this isn't for you, maybe it is. We hope that it is because we want to welcome you, with open arms into our family. But either way, you came to learn and get more information, and we're so excited to have you. So thanks so much for taking time out of your schedule to come on. So with that, I'm going to get started, and we're going to be talking tonight about designing your life. And as we go through the presentation tonight for the next 30 minutes, I really want you to think about that statement and what it would be like if you could design your life the way that you want it. I don't know about you, but that was never something that I ever really thought about in my life. I had a job, I had my kids, I had the day to day, but I never really sat down and thought, you know what, is this the life I designed for myself? Is this really what I see myself doing for the rest of my life? And so I want you to picture what your life could be like if you had the choice to design it exactly the way that you wanted while we talk about this, because Sarah and I are going to share with you tonight how we are on the path of designing our life, how we want it. And Sarah's been on this path for over 12 years, and myself just coming up on 3 years. And guys, it's a game changer. So think about that as we talk. So a little bit about me. My name is Jennifer, and I am a nursing student turned holistic nutritionist. Big change there. Homeschooling mom of two. I work from home doing nutrition and, of course, with Juice Plus. And I needed a change in my life. I do love my job, but I had some health problems myself handful of years ago, and Sarah actually introduced me to the Juice Plus products. She had noticed the post I made on Facebook, I think, about my autoimmune disease, and my hormones were out of whack and my gut hated me. I just had everything going on. And she's like, you know what? I have this product. I really think that it's going to help you. You should take a look at it. And I was at this point in my health journey where I was like, you know what? I've done everything else. Why not? And so I read about the product, I tried it out, and it was everything that I thought it should be, with my schooling and the science behind the product, it just made sense. And so I fell in love with the product, not right away. It wasn't an overnight thing. I had a lot going on in my body and it needed time to respond. But over time, I began to see the results, and I began to see how my health was changing and my kids' health. And so it became a staple in our lives. And not only in our lives, but I use it in my practice with all of my clients as well. And so circle back on my nutrition business. I do truly love doing my nutrition business, but about a year ago, I want to say not this last summer, but the summer before, I had a realization that my kids are getting older. This is an old picture, but it's one of my favorites. And my daughter is just now starting high school, and my son is 9. And I got to the point where I was like, holy crap, I have like maybe 4 or 5 years left with my daughter at home. She wants to maybe be a veterinarian, and that's going to take her away to college. And hopefully it's somewhere local. I don't know. But it really got me thinking. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have much time left. And so with that mindset I needed to do something where I could capitalize on time freedom. What could I do? I don't want to spend this working away, even though it's a job that I love. And so I wanted to be able to have days where I could take my kids and just spend the day with them, or take trips or longer family vacations. And my daughter and I are taking our first mother-daughter trip in December. And we're going to New York City for 5 days. And we're so excited. Like, it's our very first one. And I would never be able to do that had it not been sitting down, looking at my life and making some serious changes to be able to design the life that I wanted. And I knew I wanted that time freedom, but I wasn't quite sure what it was to get me there until it was the Juice Plus business. So Juice Plus, what is amazing about Juice Plus, like I said, not only as a nutritionist, but Juice Plus is the world leader in plant-based nutrition. I'm not the typical if you go to the hospital and the nutritionist or dietitian comes in and talks to you and says, here's the food pyramid, here's what you need to eat. That's not what I focus on. I'm all about real foods that your body needs, plant-based, real nutrition. So Juice Plus falls in line with that. They have a proven business model. They are mission driven, and their mission is to get health inside every single family, as many as they possibly can. So much so to the point that they give the product away for kids from 4 to college. So if your child's in college, they can still get the product for free because they are that passionate on making sure that people have health and this good nutrition in their lives. And that's amazing for me. And they're customer centric. They want to make sure that their customers are happy. They constantly are sending out surveys, making sure that everyone is happy with their results, their products, everything from A to B. They are committed to the science behind the products, which I love. They're showing you why it works, that it's real food, and they put their name behind the fact that there's nothing sketchy in there in their ingredients or anything like that. And then, of course, for the business, it's an equal opportunity for all. One of the amazing things about this business that makes us a little bit different than some of the other companies out there is that Juice Plus is global. We're not stuck to just the United States or, North America. We are in 26, soon to be 28 countries. So joining on with the Juice Plus business, you are not just stuck in one little area hoping to reach your circle or your state or your province or wherever you might be from. You can expand all across the world. So the possibilities are endless, not only for your business, but to see how many people's lives you can touch and how many people's health you can make an impact on by utilizing the Juice Plus company. For those of you who don't know, I know a lot of you here already use the Juice Plus products, but for those who don't, our product line is very simple. I am a label reader, so for me, simple is best. If there are ingredients that you can read, that is what we tend to go for. So our product line is the capsules and the chewables. They are non-GMO. Oh, and we have, of course, our vegan protein mix as well. It's non-GMO, gluten and dairy free, which there's so many people who have intolerances these days. NSF certified. And for those who don't know, NSF certification is a step beyond organic. It's even better than organic. And I like to tell people that it is the best produce you can get your hands on and in your body unless you're growing it yourself. And I stand behind that with 100% certainty because of the growth process and the testing that they do behind the produce that they use in these products. It's plant-based, vegan, and clinically researched. So those of you who are nerds like me, if research is your thing and you want to see the studies of, what Juice Plus has done for people, reach out to the person who invited you and they will be happy to get you those studies so that you can take a look at them yourself. So why become an ambassador with the Juice Plus company? I'm going to give you a couple of reasons. I feel like there's lots of them and I might be a little jaded, but the first one is to create extra income. I don't have to tell you guys that this last year and a half has been hard for everybody. I don't care what your tax bracket is. Everybody has been hit with the inflation that's come. And so I can't think of a single person who couldn't use a little bit of extra income in their pocket, whether it be to, for leisure things like travel or possibly paying off debt and loans. Maybe it's just to pay your bills on the day to day. I know so many people who are struggling to do that, or they're having to cut back on certain things because they got to pay the light bill instead of, paying for this bill. So extra income is huge in this day and age. And just a little fun fact, millionaires, not that I'm saying everybody's going to become a millionaire here, but they have 7 streams of income. Having multiple streams of income is not unheard of in this day and age, especially if it's residual income, which means that you're going to be making money while you sleep. That's the best kind, you guys. The second reason is for time freedom and choices. And this is what got me in. This is why I did it. This is why I love the Juice Plus business, is because my family is my number one. I work online. You can create your own schedule. You can work from anywhere. You can make your own hours. You can take a day off. You can go travel with your family. You can be there when your kids are sick and not have to worry about somebody saying, nope, you have to come into work. I've been in that position when I worked at the hospital, and that's not something that I want to have for the rest of my life. And number 3, you'll find purpose and passion. I'm going to tell you what, you guys, I'm almost 40. I'm going to put that out there. And I've had a lot of friends in my lifetime, but the 3 years that I've been in this business, the friends that I have made are closer friends and to me now than friends that I've known for years. And that's because we are like-minded. We have the same mission. We want people to be healthy, and we push each other to be our best selves. Not only push each other to accomplish our goals and our mission and things like that, but I've had the most self-growth myself these last 3 years that I've ever had in my life. And I've had people in my corner pushing me and there for me, and even in my personal life. So the community that you find is like none other. Our business model is definitely unique. It's only $52 a year to sign up. And there are not a lot of startup businesses that cost under 3 figures. You can look at starting a franchise. You can look at all these other different entrepreneur venues, but many of them cost several hundred to thousands of dollars, possibly some schooling, some things like that. So $52 is not a lot, and it's an annual fee. You can, like I said, work from anywhere with our small focused product line. We have our consumable products, and I just realized I didn't touch on our tower garden back in that image, but we also have our tower gardens where we help people be more sustainable to grow their food. There's no inventory. Back in the day when I was 19, I signed up to do Mary Kay, and I had to buy a huge kit. I had all this makeup, and I'm not a makeup person, but I had to do it and I hated it. But here you don't have to worry about inventory. You don't have to ship your stuff out. It's all taken care of for you. There's no overhead. You're provided the websites and support. And Sarah's going to go into that a little bit down in her slides. She's going to get into the nitty gritty. And of course, the commissions and stuff like that. So maybe you're sitting here thinking, okay, this all sounds well and good. Is this for me? Well, let's ask yourself a couple of questions. One, are you open to sharing product that will help others with their health and their environment? Now, I put a little, note on here that says no need for a medical background. And the reason I say that is because I'm coming and talking to you as a nutritionist, and I don't want you to think that, well, she's a nutritionist. Of course, this makes sense to her. She can do this, and that's why she's successful. Not at all. Sarah has an amazing story, and I can't wait for you to hear it. But you don't need a background. You don't need any experience. You just need to be willing to share a product that's going to make an impact on their health and in the environment. Are you looking to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month or more? You're not capped out. If you want to make 5,000, 10,000, you can make whatever you want to make. But are you looking to make extra money? And I think the majority of us can say yes. And then 3, are you looking for a like-minded community that's fun and positive and healthy and great to be around? And if you answer yes to at least 2 of those, then this is definitely a possibility for you to look more into. And so my portion is done. Sarah's going to hop on here. She's going to tell you a little bit about herself. And then I'm going to see if I can find her. And then she's also going to get into the specifics of the commissions and getting paid and all of that. So let me spotlight her. Everybody, can you see Sarah on that top? Stephanie, can you give me a thumbs up because you're the only one I see? Angie, no?
I can see me if that makes any difference.
Let me take my
I think that means that I'm up there. Hi, guys, and welcome. I'm so excited to be here with you all. And Jen, what a fabulous job. It's been amazing to see you grow over these last few years. And it is such a blessing when she spoke of the friendships. It gave me goosebumps because Jen and I met online and we've become best friends. We talk about things, we share, we get excited for each other and for our other friends in the business and their families. And it's really a beautiful connection. So a little bit about me. My name is Sarah Beardmore. My husband and I, Luke, are originally from Ontario, Canada. We were both born and raised. We have 3 beautiful children and we've raised them in Phoenix, Arizona. But I had sort of a sketchy background, if you will say. It wasn't always peachy and smelling like roses. I struggled. My mom was a single mom of 4, and to say money was tight is an absolute understatement. There were times when we were, eating off of food stamps and having our Christmas presents, donated from the local charities. And although I grew up not even realizing that stress because my mom carried that burden all to herself, and I just, as a mom now, can't imagine what that felt like and how difficult that was. But when it came time for me to go to college, I hesitated. I have to tell you, I was scared. Nobody in my family had ever been to college. It just wasn't something that was talked about. My mom would often say, I would be so confused and wonder, like, Mom, what am I going to do? Whatever you're going to do, you're going to have success because you're going to put your heart and soul into it. And it was such a positive thing. And I thank her for that now because it really paid off in this business. But I would get frustrated because I was like, I couldn't afford to go to college. I didn't want to waste money she didn't have or take out loans that I couldn't pay. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I put that on the back burner. And I don't know how many people on here have ever waitressed or bartended, but that became my career. I started in the service industry when I was 13 years old to help pay bills for my family, believe it or not. By the time I was 16, I bought a car for my mom and I to drive because hers broke down. And by the time I was 18, I was working full time in the service industry and I was making pretty decent money for that age. And it kind of got me trapped and I kind of got stuck in it and, didn't really have a way out. And my Prince Charming, he rescued me, married me, thank God. And I actually became stay-at-home mom. And I thought, well, geez, this is why I could never find my career path. This is why I didn't know what I was meant to do. It's because I was meant to be a mom. And I really felt that. And I loved it, but there was something missing. I always just felt like I was made for more. Like I had so much more to give to this world. I had so much excitement and passion and no place to sort of harness it. So I don't know how many, parents we have on this call, if anybody can relate, but I just felt, even though I was doing my life's purpose, I felt like empty, like there has to be more. I wanted to contribute. And, at that time, coincidentally, I think not, we were struggling with our children's health. You see, I was exhausted. I'm pretty certain I had chronic fatigue, irritable bowel, never diagnosed, didn't know, the terminology back then, but was really struggling with my health as well as my children. I had my two sons at the time, and one was anaphylactic to peanuts. He had eczema all over his body. He was 2 years old. He was on a nebulizer weekly. Anytime he would run and play outside, he would need an asthma inhaler. And my older son, who was 4 at the time, and Lucas with the allergies was 2, was just constantly sick. He just by nature was a very picky eater. And what ended up happening was he compromised, his immune system became compromised. Both of them did. And so I was desperate. And a nutritionist friend of mine introduced me to the Juice Plus products that Jen, shared with you guys earlier. And I really didn't have any expectation. I thought, well, what do I have to lose? And I tried it. And within just a couple of months, my son's eczema was gone. And I'm not making any claims. I'm not telling you that Juice Plus is going to cure your children's eczema or your skin issues, but I'm here to tell you that eczema and allergies are an autoimmune. And when, Juice Plus is researched and he had a stronger immune system from taking it. And so when I saw that, it kept me giving it to him. And as the months went on, my kids got healthier. I had more energy. I didn't have bowel issues. I was just feeling on top of the world. So when I got introduced to the business, at first I was, not understanding the business model. And, I said no a few times, maybe, you said no, and here you are now on this call, being open. But when I became open, I saw such an opportunity for our family. I realized this is a product that I could put my name behind. I was always passionate about health and nutrition and fitness. This is something that I can do from home, with, at that point I was pregnant with my third son, Levi. And he was the healthiest baby. He was my Juice Plus baby. But I ended up really jumping full in. It was quite a hobby for me until Levi went off to kindergarten, preschool probably. And at that point, I jumped all in, and we've created it over a 6-figure income, a 5-figure monthly income for our family. And it has been the biggest blessing that I could have ever done for our lives. Not only has it brought me so much fulfillment and joy, obviously great health, but more than anything, it's given us choices. There's times in life when things can get rough and tough. And these are one of, it's now one of these times. There's times when people are faced with decisions. My husband is, faced with some decisions right now where he's at, and we have this to fall back on. We have income, and we're able to travel around the world and do all sorts of things with our kids and take time and spend time together. And if it were not for this business, it would be completely different. So I'm very, very passionate to share with you, Jen. Next slide. more about how we earn income with the Juice Plus company. So our ambassador, partnering with our Juice Plus company, you become a partner and ambassador, and I just want you guys to look at the orange there. That's phase one. We have 2 phases of our compensation, but that's phase one. It's in the orange. And, when you're ready to sign up, we'll show you phase 2, but just to kind of give you an idea of how we earn. The first thing I want to say is you kind of see a stair step up. These are positions and titles that you take as time goes on. And as you grow your customer base. You can grow 2 ways. You can grow just with customers alone. So if you are big on social media and you have that social selling aspect of things, you can go nuts and grow your way through the compensation just on sales alone, or you can build team. That's what I've done to create a lot of residual income. I've partnered with a lot of amazing men and women who want to create income in their communities and make an impact. And so you grow through these stages. So partners, where you start, everybody starts at the same place. It's $52 one time per year to partner with the Juice Plus company. Okay. And right out of the gates, you're going to earn what's called sales profit. Sales profit's a little bit different on each product, but it is 10% of the total volume. We grow by the volume. So every product has a volume number. And we can dig into that, more when you want to, take the next step. So then the second way we get paid. So the first way is sales profit. Okay. 10% of the volume of the products that Jen shared with you. The next position is, the next way we get paid is called commission. And you can just see here by my scroll, 5%, 10%, and 15% commission. So 15% is the max commission, even into our second phase of compensation. So we like to help people get to 15% as quickly as possible. And we're going to talk about what that looks like tonight. But the reason why is we don't want you leaving any money on the table. You didn't, you're not going to sign up. You didn't sign up, not to make money, right? You signed up because you wanted to make an impact for your family. And that's, where you're going to not leave money on the table. So we like to teach people how to get to that 15%. And we'll talk more about that in a few minutes. The third way rather that you get paid is called performance bonus. If you decide that you want to start building team, right? You have customers who are loving their products. Maybe you're a raving fan customer, right? And you're turning into a partner. That's fabulous. You're going to have those on your team. They partner with you. They pay their $52. What's going to happen is once you become what's called a qualifying sales coordinator, that takes anywhere from 30 days to 60 days, depending on, what track you follow, if you're coachable and, and all of that. You're going to earn 3% of their volume. This is what I call beach money. In the beginning, this is like a drop in the bucket. Okay. What I mean by that is it's really small because, you're not out there just running and gunning and, turning over partners and, that takes a little bit of time. So that's really small, but like, as the months go on, the years go on, for me, this is my beach money. My residual income is coming from the people that I've trained to do this business years ago, and I'm still getting paid years later, that 3%. That is the beauty of network marketing, is that you create residual income for your family. So whether you want to take time off, enjoy your summers, travel, work on the go, whatever, you can count on that income coming in, I'm not saying you can't not work. What I'm saying is you have more time freedom. I don't work, 8 hours a day doing this, but I get paid like I do, which is fabulous. And that's on your customers as well, right? Residual income. I still have customers from when I started 12 years ago, which is amazing. All position levels are permanent. I know a lot of companies, you got to fight for those titles, right? These are permanent. You never get demoted, which I absolutely love. Once you hit sales coordinator, you get leads from the company. We get a lot of like online marketing where people just go on and they'll, order and they'll pump that out to you guys. In your first, phase of compensation up to sales coordinator, you have the ability to earn $1,200 or more, depending if you bring on some partners as well. And there's no quotas or deadlines. Okay. So just want to share that with you. Jen, ready for the next slide? All right. So this is in the US. We're just going to start with Tower Gardens. Man, Tower Gardens are amazing. And what time, now is the time we need them. Sadly, I just, I'm putting a little plug in here for Towers because I just got off the phone with one of my dear friends who's a farmer, and they have struggled this summer beyond belief. I'm not going to sadden you with the stories and the things that are going on, but now is the time to take control of our food supply. So an example of earning, I'm not going to go through the wheel there. You guys can take a peek at it. It might look like, a foreign language to you. So I'm just going to go down the left side. Example of earnings, track by point. So Up to 6 months to earn bonuses, the first 6 months rather, you can earn anywhere between $950 to $1,250. The difference in, the 950 to the 1250 is just depending on how fast you do certain things. Okay. Starting off making 50% in sales profit. That is the difference with Tower Gardens, is their 50% sales profit. So off just our Flex Tower, which is our outdoor tower, you're going to, in the United States, make $155 off of every single tower right from day one. Okay. Not including commission. Once you become a partner, which is that 5% commission, you're going to be making 170. Jump to that QSC, qualifying sales coordinator position. Okay, you're going to be making $186. Once you max that commission, like I taught you, we want to not leave money on the table, right? We don't want to leave money on the table. You're going to be making $201 off of every tower. Okay, if you sell 32 towers over 6 months, just to give you an idea, let's just say towers are your passion, food sustainability, and environmentally friendly, right? $6,400. People are looking to grow their own food. You can get online and share and market and build a team just based on towers. There is a food need out there to grow your own food. So thanks. I'm going to ask you a flip side. Right. In Canada, very, very similar. Obviously being Canadian, and have for my Canadian friends on here, we know everything's a little bit more expensive in Canada with the dollar. So tower gardens are a little bit more expensive. That means you get paid a little bit more. So bonuses are similar, $950 to $1,250. All the percentages are the same. And the sales profit when you're just getting started, brand new partner, paid your $52 is $187. That first position, partner plus, once you're earning 5% commission in addition to the sales profit, you're going to be making $206. Moving on to qualifying sales coordinator, you're going to make $225 to a max of $243 at that top commission level. Sales coordinator, sell 32 towers in Canada over 6 months, and you're approximately going to make about $6,800. So that's pretty fabulous. All right, moving on to our consumable product line, which is my absolute favorite. Absolutely love this product line. Here in the US, okay, bonuses again are the same, $950 to $1,250. Just to give you, this is just giving you an idea. If you do customer track and you sell the products, and don't build any team, it's not factoring in any team whatsoever, it's just factoring in you selling. Let's just say you're a sales coordinator, you get to that top commission and you have 22 4-pack customers. That means the customer is taking the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries, which gives them 30 plants in their body, right? And the amazing omegas, which I have to tell you, hair, lashes, skin, awesome. So good. If you're not taking the omegas, add those in. So you sell 22 4-packs, right? I call it, what do I call it? Yeah, quad. Is that right? That doesn't sound right. Anyways, over 6 months, you're going to have a residual income of $580 a month, to give you an idea, just to kind of say, okay, well, people want to go, how much am I going to make, right? Like, it just depends how much you sell. But if I just take 22 customers, let's just say you're a sales coordinator, which you would be by that point, your residual income, meaning if you don't sell any more products ever again and those 22 stay, you're going to make $580 a month residually. Okay. That does not factor in any team people working underneath you at that 3% or any other customers. Here is the example in Canada. Bonuses are the same, sell 22 4-pack over 6 months. Again, dollars a little higher, income's a little higher. You're going to be making at the sales coordinator level, that max commission, $763. So I just want to know this before Jen flips the slide on me. What would you do with $763 residual a month? What would that pay for? I don't know. If you live in Arizona, it might pay for your electricity bill in the summer. That's how much mine is right now. How sickening is that? Car payment, Stephanie says. Yeah, let's see it in the chat. Let's see it. Yeah. What would you do with an additional $763? I love that. All right, flip the slide for me. All right, so let's talk about what it takes to have success. Electric, gas, save for a vacation. Love that. Love traveling. If I could just travel every day, all day, that's what I would do. I would live on a beach. What it takes to have success. I'm going to be completely 100% real and upfront with you guys. You got to want it. You got to be willing to work. This is not you can treat it like a hobby, but it will pay you like a hobby. I promise you that. But if you really want income and you really want to make an impact with your family, you got to be willing to work. You got to be willing to show up for yourself and for your business, for your customers, for your team partners, right? You got to be coachable. We are here. We have had success. We know what we're doing, but you got to be coachable. You can't put the walls of resistance up and, just balk at what we're telling you needs to happen, because we know how to get you there. You got to be hungry for more in life. I in seasons and still struggle with this sometimes, right? As a executive marketing director creating fabulous residual income for my family, I get complacent sometimes. I don't know. Has anybody ever been complacent in their life where maybe, you've got a great job and you're making great money? Maybe your husband's got a great job and, you don't have like a high need for something, right? You got to be hungry. Think deeper. What can you do? Maybe you don't need the money, but how can you impact people? And I don't want to I'm not tooting my own horn. It was just a case of water, but it just opened me up today. Jen, when you messaged me and I said, I'm just running back into Costco. I was running back in because I was leaving Costco and there was a bunch of homeless men. And I had some stuff in my car that I wanted to give to them. I just had it in my car. And he looks at me after handing he thanked me and he's like, do you have any water? And it literally just made me, it's 110 degrees here. It just made me so sad. And I was like, I'm really sad. Sorry, I had a half a bottle I was drinking. And he's like, I'm not going to take your water. I said, I'll be back. And I ran back in and went and got a couple of cases of water for them. And it just made me think, oh my gosh, I can be complacent in my life, but how much more can we do for others when we have an abundance? And I know it was a terrible analogy. It's a case of water. It was $4.99. But take that to a bigger scale. What are you passionate about? Who can you help with? Is there an organization? Maybe it's helping homeless women. Maybe it's helping women who have been trafficked, right? And you want to donate money to them. Maybe you want to go see an orphanage. My nephew loves going to Africa and helping with the orphans. There's so much more that you can do when you have income. So if you're complacent in your life, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just telling you, you probably won't work this business. So you got to be hungry. You got to find your passions and you got to dig in. You need to be able to follow our system. This is your business. Of course, you can do it your way, but we do have systems in place to help you. The biggest thing too is your mind. Don't let fear and limiting beliefs control you. Do it anyways. They always say you got to live outside of your comfort zone. That's the only way you grow. You will not grow if you stay within your comfort zone. So we're not going to push you to completely change or anything. But the thing is you got to be willing to take steps towards your dreams. You got to be willing to push that comfort zone out, because otherwise you're just going to have the same story day in and day out. Nothing's going to change, right? So go ahead and flip the slide for me. All right. Tools guaranteed to help you succeed. The other thing I want to say for success, and I should have added into that slide, is I hate to say it, you got to like people. You don't have to be an extrovert. You can be an introvert. That's no problem, but you got to like people. You got to want to help people. Okay. So tools guaranteed to help with success. We have a team app, which is awesome. If you got an invite, which you did, sorry, that's a dumb statement, to this event, chances are your friends typed a message for you to invite you based on what they felt this call would do for you. But they were able to send the image that had the flyer on it straight out of their app just by opening up their app and pasting. So we have an app that has coaching in there. It teaches you our compensation. There's videos. There's social media how-tos. There's social media posts that you can just copy and paste or edit and change. We teach you social media training. We have some of the best social media girls on our team that are here to help. So you're going to learn. We have training calls every single Monday night and Wednesday night for our teams to grow. We have product training all the time and in our hub. I didn't say this, but in our Juice Plus virtual office, the company, when you pay $52, you get a hub, and that office has all sorts of training on the Tower Garden, the products, how to build your team, the compensation, little mini courses that you can take. Business training to learn how to grow your business, right? Just like any other job, you need to get trained. And we do that with you one-on-one. The only thing that we ask is that you show up to group coaching on Monday nights for our team, Wednesday nights, if you're on team B, that you show up and then you get free one-on-one coaching. Okay. And then of course you get a personalized website that you can load carts and so much more. There's so much more that we can share. So, this slide, it says, stop dreaming about the life you deserve and start creating it. We'll show you the way. And that is so true. And I just want to take it one step further to say, guys, you were created for so much more. And maybe you're doing a lot and you're like, no, ma'am, I am maxed out. No, I don't mean like that. I just mean that God created you in such a bigger way to give back and to do so many more things, to make an impact, to leave a legacy. And my question to you is, I just want you guys to close your eyes just for 1 minute and hang out with me here in this little Zen place. Okay. I want to ask you to just picture your life in 5 years. Everything is the exact same. Nothing changes, right? Maybe you're working a 9 to 5. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, which is one of the best jobs in the world. I don't know what you're doing, but you know what you're doing. So just imagine your life in 5 years. Are you completely satisfied? Now I want you to fast forward 10 years and I want you just to think about your life. 10 years. How old are your children? Maybe you don't have children. Are you retired? Are you traveling? Are you able to do all the things you want to do? Are you able to give back? Are you able to go to the places and create the life? Are you able to help your family members, your parents, your aging parents, right? Are you able to do that in your current lifestyle? And I'd love for you just to open your eyes right now. And in the chat, I'd love for you to say yes or no. You'd be able to do that. Okay. And then I just want to ask you, please take the time to write yes or no in the chat group. I want to ask you, okay. I want to ask you, is that okay with you? Are you okay with that? And if not, what are you going to do to make that change? Could this be the vehicle that you drive to get you where you want to go in your life? So I know I'm causing you guys to think deep and to think big, but I will tell you that this business changed my life. Changed my life. It changed the trajectory of my children's lives, of what I came from. Broke mom, 4 kids, no education, living in poverty in cooperative housing. Now, don't get me wrong. My husband helped. He's an amazing man. And I don't know that I could have done it without him by my side. But I will tell you that where there is a will, there is a way. And you have to have the will and the drive to go. And so I hope that you were impacted by this call. If you are ready to sign up and say, let's go, you're going to get with the person that invited you. They're going to send you a link. It's that easy. And we'll get you onboarding right away. If you have more questions, feel free to stay on the line. We will answer those questions. And if this is our parting ways and it's not for you, share this message with someone else. Take this recording and share it. Thank you guys so much. Jen, you want to stop the recording?
Yep.
All right.